The planet Earth was swallowed up by despair that humanity has never faced before. Hordes of monsters attacked the world and did whatever they wanted. People fell into unprecedented chaos, faced with terrible, unprecedented, previously creatures. The mysterious civilization said, "Hand over your citizens if you want to live." The UN has resolutely refused to fulfill the requirements of the mysterious civilization. There was a US statement, "Monsters want to use people as food. They should not give up in front of them." The creatures that appeared out of nowhere were nicknamed, bringing misfortune. To cope with a powerful disease, people began to use nuclear weapons. But it seemed to the monsters only a bright firework. In response, monsters began to dance on the ruins of destroyed cities. And when all hope was almost lost, when every person was waiting for the hour of his death, people appeared. 13 constellations. The 12 people who were chosen by the gods began to be called saints. Every holy person could use the powers bestowed by God. But there was also a 13th awakened one who was not chosen by any divine being. And it was me, Li Gang. In order to defeat Red Eye, who was considered the root of all evil, people came to the demonic tower in which this bastard was hiding. "And now let's get started," said a man with a big sword with black hair. He and 12 other constellations clashed in a fight with Red Eye. Residents of the city asked why only 12 returned, and they thought, did something really happen to the hero of Korea, Lee Gun? One of the constellations said that Lee Gun sacrificed himself for the benefit of all mankind, and he began to cry. Lee Gun said, "What nonsense. He really risked his life, but no one sacrificed himself." In fact, it was so. He managed to defeat the Demon King with difficulty, but damn bastards. To think that they really ran away leaving me alone. He had lost an arm and was covered in serious wounds, and even despite this, he was able to win. But someone pierces him with a black dagger in the back. It seemed to our hero that it was one of those scum who escaped and stabbed our hero in the back with a dagger, and left to die in some hole. Moreover, he was lonely. He was assigned a pleasant company. It would be much easier to die right away. But he pulls himself together, takes all his swords, and stands up. Someone said that our hero is easy to sink to the bottom. And hundreds of demons appeared. Our hero said that he would not die so easily. And he attacked a horde of demons. He promised himself that he would live until he found every scum who dared to hand him over. He said he would come for them soon. But then, someone told our hero something, saying, "Lie Gang, listen to me carefully. Tomorrow you are destined to die." It was the holy sign of Sagittarius, Hugo Otis. Our hero asked what? And he said, "Do you really have such a low opinion of me?" Our hero said, "You're talking about the fact that I took both my legs, aren't you?" Hugo corrected our hero by saying not Tiksu, but Hugo will be right. Our hero said that he understands the reason for his concern. Our hero said, "Don't piss, man. I'm definitely not going to die." Having said that, he has killed more misfortunes than all 12 constellations combined. And you really think I can die? Hugo thought about it. We were shown a demonic tower in which the abode of the most terrible monster lives, which can bring death to all mankind. It all started on the last day of the 20th century. The powerful ones that bring misfortune have cornered humanity with their overwhelming might. They left behind only utter darkness and chaos. It was during this period that 12 gods appeared, who called themselves sacred entities. They swore to endow humanity with the power to fight back against all beings, and chose 12 people who were granted indescribable power. But something happened that no one expected. The 13th awakened one has appeared, without the blessing of any sacred entity. Moreover, this awakened one was so powerful, so divine, that even 12 saints were not his equal. And that was our hero, the Great Lie Gang. One of the comrades thanked our hero, and said that it was only thanks to him that they managed to organize an attack on the demonic tower. Our hero said that words would not be enough, and that he wanted free delivery of fried chickens for 5 years ahead. Hugo said, "Aren't you tired of eating just chicken?" And yes, he has repeatedly warned that his name Hugo would be correct. Our hero said it sounded stupid. The healer girl said that after defeating the Demon King, they will surely have a decent reward waiting for them, right? Another friend said, since this monster is considered the most dangerous, bringing misfortune, let's demand at least $100 million. Our hero said it's better to request 10 years of free accommodation in a 7-star hotel somewhere in Hawaii. And for the king, many countries are on the verge of extinction, said one of the stars, Hurley Gang. If you want to cooperate with us, it wouldn't be better to set the bar higher, don't you think? Dante, you want to heal your mutilated body, our hero thought. And they call them saints. In fact, they are a bunch of scum who only care about their own skin. Other stars laugh that Li Gan rushes to help without getting caught. And the fact that a few victims will only fill their price, from which the reward will increase. Our hero said, "We don't care anymore. These disgusting scum, once we deal with the demon, I hope I never see them again." And the Lord of the Demonic Tower appeared, red-eyed. Our hero said that only by looking at him you can feel the terrifying pressure. The earth began to crumble underfoot. The stars all began to run away, leaving our hero alone. Our hero said, "To think that these bags of shit were called saints. And I thought to myself that it doesn't matter to him. Whoever kills the demon king, our hero will be great." Our hero jumped with a powerful leap and flew straight at the demon, swung his sword. Our hero said that in the end his comrades stabbed him in the back. And he said, "Are you interested in how many years have passed? And how are things in the outside world? Does time go the same inside and outside the tower?" He's too lazy to even think about anything. Right now he's just fighting the demons that lived in the tower. He said he had to shred monsters, because this is the place, a special trap in which new and new hordes of monsters appear. He said that everyone thought that he could be taken by something like that. He said just wait, and he will survive, and kill all the scum who abandoned him. Time passed inexorably, and now 20 years have passed since that moment. Our hero said, "How did you manage to get here? You're the last one." The demon said help was needed. "Is there anyone left there? Shout as much as you want. It's already over for you." And our hero killed the last demon. He has aged 20 years. Finally it's over to say our hero. And now he can get out of here. He fell down without strength. The ruins were in chaos in the city. People were running. A pack of wolves was running after them. And then our hero appears, in an epic pose, the same young man with arms and legs, and saying, "Here are the brutes. But now you're fucked." People asked what it was. Our hero kills wolves. People could not believe their eyes that he easily dealt with the attraction of the orange class. But even high-ranking awakened ones are not so easy to finish them off. Like a helpless insect in front of them. People asked to stand up. "Why are you attacking us?" Our hero saw that they were people. It seemed to him that only monsters remained. Our hero said, "I think the work here is over." Lily was told that this man came from the tower. Isn't this a real sensation? People said that a person is not able to return alive from there. He probably just happened to be next to the tower when it started to collapse. A big wolf attacked our hero from the back. People shouted, and they said that this is the leader of the wolves. Our hero said that he would advise people to get out of their feet. The wolf decided to self-destruct, but our hero absorbed an explosion equal to a nuclear one and saved people. Our GG said that the wolf was a lousy mutt and smears the corpse of a wolf. With a strong blow, people fell into shock. Our hero said that he was definitely finished now. He said that he did not do a bad job and asked people, "You too?" and said Ed. They didn't understand Ed. And he told them to buy him a lot of food. Oh, and clothes wouldn't hurt either. Our hero emptied the wallets of the rescued people. People said, "What the hell?" He ate $1,000 worth of food alone. Our hero said that they said they didn't have much money. And that's why he ordered so little, having stuffed his belly by devouring 100 plates of food. People said, "And this is a little bit in your opinion?" Our hero said that they themselves said they were ready to treat him with anything. And he said that this is the price for their lives. "One more serving of noodles, please." People asked our hero who he is, and what was he doing near the tower. Our hero laughed, saying that he was inside the tower, and then just got out of it. They asked that you left the tower. Our hero said, "By the way, I also have a question. Who are you? You look like ordinary citizens. Why does a magical aura emanate from you?" "That's why the young Templar." The man said that, "Aren't you the same Templar who received the blessing of the sacred essence?" Our hero said, "Why on earth would I wag my tail in front of some?" And he saw his reflection in the spoon and was very surprised. And he shouted, "I need a mirror." They told him it was over there. "Why the hell has my body completely changed?" he says. He said to himself that his old wounds were so terrible that it was impossible to heal from nothing. "If you think about it, then my left hand. Was there a pattern on the hand?" The serpent in a voice said to him, "You felt death on you. You have completed an impossible achievement. All your skills are inherited by the new body." And he appeared before the great serpent. He got scared and woke up. From the lead, the guy asked Hyan, "Are you okay?" Our hero told you. "Did he by any chance see a big snake?" People didn't understand what he was talking about, and they said, "We didn't see any snakes." And the fact that he took off his clothes and suddenly, "I took off my clothes and ran to the mirror." And then suddenly they started screaming, clutching their wrist. It seems that other people do not see this. And again a vision appeared. You became the owner of the constellation Ophiuchus and got new skills. Super Regeneration F restores a crippled body. Your body was generated from scratch. You will suffer a small punishment. The physical strength penalty was reduced by 50% left. 1302 hours. He thought to himself that his body had changed because of the super regeneration skill. He had never heard of other saints seeing something like this before. In addition, he does not feel sacred beings. Anyway, he is satisfied with this alignment of events. Because my body has fully recovered. Now he needs to track down the traitors who left me for dead. And especially the bastard who stuck a dagger in my back. Just the thought makes his whole body tremble. They showed the police firefighters who were at the scene of the battle of our hero and the wolves. They said that the demonic tower was considered an indestructible fortress, which collapsed suddenly. and soon this news will put the whole world on its ears. One of the men said that this is the place, has a special connection with the hero Li Gang. Could it be that this is the work of his followers? Or the saints? They didn't like Li Gang. Saints? It sounds interesting that one of the attracting ones was erased from the ground. The man said that even a high-ranking saint, it would be hard. But who could challenge such a creature? And also destroy the tower? Did Li Gang really come back alive from the tower? They said they could not be sure of this. They could only wait until he showed himself to the world. Then he asks one of the stars if Li Gang really could have returned. But he did not say any comments on this issue. The press asked to wait for him, and was upset by the response without comment. This bastard is angry that Li Gang is alive. He said that Li Gang was alive. He had been in the tower for 20 years, and he said that it was impossible. That's why there are thousands of deadly creatures there, and they were all black class. A miracle can already be called the fact that they were able to get out of there by stealing the throat of the Red Eye. There was no way he could survive there. His body was on edge because of that big guy's deadly attacks, and he didn't even wear any armor on himself like all the other heroes. But if, by some unprecedented miracle, he managed to survive and return, then everything will come to an end, said the fat magician. So back to our hero. Our hero said he should start with this bastard, right? Our hero is standing head-on with some guy. He was insulted by saying that even a magical aura does not emanate from him. But now the hero knocks out the bad guy with one blow of his finger. But there is also a girl who created a blow of magic. But our hero noticed her too and was ready. He also sends her with one blow of his finger into the wall. Having said that they are losers, our hero was told by passers-by that the use of magic in the middle of the street is prohibited. Our hero said, "What are you carrying? And if I used magic, there would be nothing left of these bastards." People said that he knocked out 2 rank 1s by brute force alone. Our hero noticed the golden pendant of our guy whom he knocked out. He said, "This is what I felt when I hit him. It is a relic, isn't it?" But where these weaklings got the relic, our hero said. After all, he should only at the saints. "Hyan, you really don't know anything?" asked the boy Li Gan. Our hero told us what happened 20 years ago. That a few decades ago humanity was almost on the verge of extinction. But thanks to the entities and the constellations chosen by them, people managed to survive that disaster. However, only 12 people were not able to protect our entire vast world. Therefore, the saints began to gather followers, calling themselves branches. Those who were granted a piece of the power of the saints were called Templars. Such people began to be divided into ranks according to their level of strength. After them come the bishops, the strongest of the Templars, and at the very end, the Templars were located. The Templars' main source of strength is their faith. A lot has changed in 20 years. The kid was told by Ganlin, "Look over there." These were avatars of wealth and greed that are associated with the constellation White Aries, enjoying the current situation. They demand that you deal with the man and woman who attacked you as soon as possible. The avatars were waiting for bloodshed. They promise you a decent reward for the massacre of the attackers. One guy shouted that our hero had attracted the attention of otters. They are like a reflection of the sacred entities themselves. Standing in their way, you challenge the gods. The man told our hero to do what the avatars said. Our hero said he was thinking where the stinking aura of Aries came from, so they intended to stuff their bellies, just like that pig. Eventually, nothing has changed, and our hero attacked the rams and killed their forms. Having said that, they show off here despite the fact that they are worthless losers. The guy said that the constellation of the White Aries retreated. The guy said that this guy is clearly not an ordinary person. Our hero called the guy and said about these jerks, "Did you say that they belong to the branching of twins?" He said, "Yes, in our country, the branching of twins has the greatest impact. An elite group that has gathered 2/3 of all large corporations." Our hero said, "So they have money with them, right? And the clothes they wear. These must be expensive brands, right?" Our hero said that it was time to make a good profit. Finally, we said guys on the spot. The guy invited our hero to his home. And he said, "I live over there on the 2nd floor, and my apartment is right next door," said the second guy. Our hero, he said clearly. The guys said thank you to Li Gang for saving our lives and even escorted us home. Our hero said, "Well, are we going inside already or what? I want to sleep." The guy said, thinking to himself, so he's also going to spend the night with us. Our hero updated his haircut. He cut his hair short. The boy praised him, saying, "Hyung, a short haircut suits you. Now you look even cooler." Our hero asked seriously. Li Gang said that in the past, he treasured every hair. It was side effects due to abilities. He was balding like a dandelion. Who knew that he would ever be able to put his hair in order? Our hero catches a mosquito at the speed of light. The guy was surprised and said that even the pros can't do that. Our hero began to bring down a bunch of mosquitoes and asks, "What is it already on the bill? Why do they stick to me like flies? Shit. Just look here. Of course these creatures will flock here, since you keep such an abomination in the house." "You're talking abomination," the guy said. "They were received personally from the constellation Gemini. These artifacts do not belong to me, but the saint blessed them. They understood all the artifacts terribly. The music box collects all your personal information. And these watches attract monsters. The saints not only appropriated my property for themselves, but also started selling such disgusting goods to people. Just the thought of it infuriates me. Throw out all this junk on the run. A guy with red hair came into the house. Our hero asked him who you were and why you came to his house. That's the name of this guy, Songyi. He got angry and said, "Who am I? I am the owner of this apartment." "Oh," did our hero say. "We are transported to the domain of the White Ram Yongwei residence." A fat man from the stars shouted, "What? Korean avatars disappeared?" Yes, because of this, there was a lot of hype in Korea. Who could do such a thing? Avatars are representatives of sacred entities. Only some unusual person can disperse such a thing. Contact the rest, the saints, ask if they have anything to do with it. Sagittarius has not been in touch with Hugo for a long time. This is not a cause for concern. He warned that he was going to get a new position in Great Britain. Regarding this, we were informed that upon arrival at the airport, he immediately boarded another flight. And where did he go? The fat man said. The destination was South Korea. Hugo said. Hugo, he was on good terms with Lee Gang. Could his actions be related? With rumors of the bastard's comeback, maybe he really saw, said the fat one. The fat man got angry and said that this is bullshit. It can't be that he personally stabbed Lee Gan. And yes, in the place where all the avatars disappeared, was found unconscious Templar branching twins. He was lying in the middle of the street in nothing but underwear. And according to the testimony of witnesses, before that he got into a fight with a handsome young man. It can't be then, said the fat man. Ligon was covered in scars. In case things are not going too well, it is quite possible that he managed to survive and return. For some unknown reason, the Korean avatars disappeared. Worse, we didn't manage to finish off the Spider Queen. At this rate, my position may be under threat. Prepare the plane. The fat man decides to go there personally to Ligon. He wants to see with his own eyes on the devilry going on in Korea. Korea Gemini Hospital. There was a chubby guy lying in the hospital, and an old man who was angry stood in front of him and said, "Who dared to mutilate my grandson?" There was a guy with white hair standing near the wall in a white suit, and he said, "That's why the twins sent me here. They wanted to find the person who walks around the world and makes a rustle on this planet.